Hello everybody, welcome back to Guild Wars 1. You might be saying, hey, this doesn't have Prophecies playthrough in the intro, and the reason why is that we're no longer doing the Guild Wars Prophecies playthrough. We are now doing the Guild Wars Factions playthrough. Are you guys as excited as I am for this to work? Why is my button not working anymore? My mouse is being a little weird right now. Sorry about that. There we go. There we go. Perfect. But I'm showing you my Fearmy games are role-playing character level 20. He's currently in the Maguma state right now. But we have finished our Prophecies playthrough. Yeah, we did our Beetleton quests. We've explored. And now it's time for factions. I think by the time this releases, it'll be mid-May. Not mid-May, mid-April. Or early April. So, to get things started, I'm going to create video. It's going to be create character. I mean, not create video. I am creating a video right now, though. We do role-playing character, and we just finished this campaign. This is Prophecies over here. Now we're doing factions. So, you might notice we have the original 5 classes that we had before: Warrior, Ranger, Monk, Necromancer, Mesmer, Elementalist. And of course, Fearmy Games is a Mesmer. A very fun class. I really enjoyed it, especially once we got Fever Dream Fragility. And I just start blowing things up. I really started enjoying that combination. We're not going to play in this. So, the question is, if you guys remember, you know what class we're going to play. It's going to be the Ritualist. A living conduit to the spirit world. The Ritualist spawns powerful spirit allies that inflict harm on foes, and can channel restorative magic that heals and protects injured companions. The reason why I'm picking Ritualist is several reasons. One, I have not really played a whole camp. I've not really played much Ritualist. I had a Ritualist character that I deleted before this one, but she was only level 13 and she had been there for 8 years. I wasn't too motivated to continue her story, but I did want to play more Ritualist. So I deleted her, and we're playing as a Ritualist. The only classes I don't have right now is Necromancer and Paragon. I don't think I'll ever have a Necromancer unless something changes, but Ritualist is what I'm going to be. And of course, we're going to pick a male Ritualist. I've changed my place to my gaming. I stopped playing I only stopped playing female characters because I want the role play. So let's see the hair. What kind of hair do I like? We can't really make a hair. I don't think we can make hair to like myself. So let's see. I like the hair back there. See, that guy has a little bit longer hair, nice and braided. This one's not too bad. Kind of like it. This one I think is kind of funny. This makes me think of some anime characters like chefs or things like that. That's what this reminds me of. This one, this guy if you want to look a little bit handsome with the hair in your face. I'm gonna go for, I think, this one. I like it. This one's kind of funny. But I definitely don't want this one. This one kind of reminds me of Lupin the Third. And let's go for this. Let's gray. We're an old man. We're going for gray hair. How about this? We'll make that other one young me, my current me. This one will be old me. Let's go with that. If they're easily as possible. That's very thin face. Let's see. I guess honestly the starting one was probably the best. I don't mind. I mean, this is if I really wanted to go the old direction. This was a bit more of a not too bad kind of look. I think I'll go for this one. I'm gonna go for this one. Oh, old man. Let's go for this one. I like this one. We'll make him tall. And let's go for. Honestly, I kind of like the default color scheme. I'm not gonna lie, of gray. I wish this is one where I wish I could dye different colors. Let's go for let's see what's that purple looks like. See, my eyes are open. I won't lie, he kind of looks better like this. I'm gonna cover it. Okay, at least with this outfit. This outfit definitely, I feel like, is weird looking. Alright, well, let's see. It has to be Fearmy at the beginning. It can't be Fearmy Games, because, you know, I already have a character in Fearmy Games. So, this is something I didn't really think about, honestly. I did not think about it at all, about what I'm going to name this guy. I could call it Fearmy Wait, here, I got it. Here are my classic games. Hey, hey. I like it. Oh no! No, that classic games is one letter too long for the character limit. Ah, how about this? How about let's see? Oh, we can just go old games. For my old games, let's go with that. For my wait, spacebar. Why aren't you working? Oh, it has to be. Wait, no, that can't be more than 2 words. So why is my spacebar not working? There we go. That was weird. For my old games, that's where we're gonna be. Now we're starting the Monastery Overlook. We've got this party officially started. Xingjie Island, 1582 CC. 200 years have passed since the Jade Wind remade the face of Kantha. 200 years, sorry, not 2 years. But the Empire of the Dragon still needs heroes. For decades, young Kanthans have come to Xingjie Monastery to learn from the greatest living hero of Kantha. The Ritualist known as Master Togo. Honestly, I kind of forgot Master Togo was a Ritualist. So it's kind of funny that I'm a Ritualist too. So I'm learning from the best Ritualist there is. Instructor Nig says, "Please, I must ask you to focus on the lesson at hand. Any questions will be answered soon enough." Now Master Togo says, "Greetings, students. Welcome to Xingjie Monastery, Kantha's premier training academy for young heroes. You have been invited here because you show great promise. You may talk to Instructor Nig to learn the basics, or you may come with me and we will enter the monastery now." Honestly, I think I'm going to actually follow Nig for the learn the basics. Not because I don't need it. Not because I need it, but I'm just going to follow him. I'm going to follow Instructor Nig, so that way you guys can kind of see it. Get the little bit of experience of it. This will show us some basic things that we don't need to really, nobody would worry about. I think this is how we're going to get our weapon, is the chest, instead of just being given to us. Instructor Nig says, "Welcome to Xingjie Monastery. I'm Instructor Nig. I will begin by teaching you a few basic procedures. First, let's discuss moving the camera and looking around. Keep that in mind, pay close attention while Fearmy Old Games does as I say. Fearmy Old Games, whenever you are ready to continue your training, left-click me and we will continue. Alright, to look around, simply hold down the right mouse button while moving the mouse. Try looking behind you in the direction I am looking. Fearmy Games, whenever you're ready to continue your training, left-click me and we'll continue." You know, Guild Wars 1 has a better tutorial than Guild Wars 2 does, jeez. Do you see that chest over there? I would like you to walk over and retrieve something from it. I will do so. The starter Ritualist 1. It tells you to move around is WASD. As you can see, I left a weapon in the chest for you. Please pick up the weapon by left-clicking it. When you pick up an item, it will automatically go into your backpack. Now that the weapon is in your inventory, you can equip it. To open your inventory, click the menu button in the lower left corner of the screen and select inventory from the menu. You can also open your inventory by pressing the I key. Time for your next lesson. The great exclamation point over my head means I have a quest for you. Come and talk to me. I'll tell you more about quests. When speaking to someone who has a quest for you, simply left-click a quest button to learn more about it. Go ahead and left-click the Manted Hatchlings button now. For this quest, I need your aid in clearing the training grounds here of some annoying Manted Hatchlings that have infested the place. But before you can help me, you must formally accept the quest. Please accept this quest now. I'm happy to help. Manted Hatchlings. Now you have accepted the quest. It appears in your quest log. To view your quest log, simply click the menu, or you can see it by pressing the L key. Like, see, a tutorial that's literally showing you everything how it is. You know, imagine if modern games have this kind of thing. And I'm not going to continue reading all the basic stuff that you guys already should know about, but basically he's just telling us more about the quest log, information about quests, and like the little green starburst that kind of shows things how it's going. We definitely need to get through some Fashion Wars eventually. We definitely need to change his outfit though before I reveal his face. Any other questions? Oh yes, sir. Are manted hatchlings very large? What do they look like? How fearsome are they? What do they? Kisai is asking lots of questions. I think those questions will be answered by seeing someone in the flesh. Kisai, meet me at the gate when you're ready, and we will go and find some. Sure, through these gates are a number of vicious, bloodthirsty, flesh-eating manted hatchlings. I'll let you face the first one on your own, so I can observe your combat technique. Suddenly, I am not feeling really well. I remember Kisai comes up again in the tournament in Eye of the North, I think, where she's kind of like, trying to branch out and that kind of thing, if I remember correctly. Apparently, I'm like so boss that it's my job to show everyone else what to do. Hey, look, a better Cesta than my starter weapon. I'd already got an upgrade team. That's what we call a nice upgrade. Apparently, I have to keep killing them. I wish I had a button to press besides auto attack, but oh well. This one's a little bit stronger than the last one. It doesn't just die in one hit. Apparently now they're helping me now that these guys take more than one hit. Good network students. Now, if you'll step inside the gates to the next area, we'll talk about death. And he doesn't probably say it like that, but I think it's appropriate when he talks about death, say death. So this is the little altars here where, if you remember us dying many times for, this is where we resurrect. This one looks like a shrine to Balthazar. I have to keep talking to this guy to continue the training. You did very well against those hatchlings, but there will likely be times when things do not go in your favor. Kisai, fear my games. Follow me to the resurrection shrine, please. Resurrection shrines become active as you near them. If you die, you'll be resurrected at the nearest active shrine. You will note that a shrine is active by the glow emanating from it. And apparently there's a little to show us how it goes. We die. Apparently that does not count as a death. So, for survivors out there, you don't have to worry about that. Such a powerful tool at disposal, we will have little to fear in combat. Do not become overconfident, Kisai. You may have noticed a box in the upper left-hand corner of your screen that reads, minus 50% death penalty. Each time you die, the maximum health and energy are reduced. The limit for this death penalty is 60%, which can be quite harsh when you're attempting to battle a difficult foe. As you defeat foes in combat, you'll reduce your death penalty. Also, visiting a town or other places of rest will fully eliminate your death penalty. At times, you may undertake dangerous missions that have no resurrection shrines. In such case, death will require you to restart the mission from the beginning. It is possible to learn skills to resurrect fallen companions, but first we should concentrate on skills that will keep you alive. The thing that was honestly kind of interesting to me is that skills, I won't worry about that. Skills produce a variety of effects, from healing your allies to damaging your foes to allowing you to run more quickly. Using skills effectively is often the key to victory. And look, we have our first skills. We have Weapon of Warding. Target ally as the Weapon of Warding, granting the ally plus 2 health regeneration and 50% chance to block. Pain. Create a level 1 spirit. This spirit deals 5 damage. The spirit dies after 30 seconds, mostly because I don't have anything in commuting yet. He's just saying how he just gave us 2 of our basic skills, and we can activate this with my left click again. This is our first spirit here. Isn't he a beaut? Yeah, and then by default you can press 1 through 8 to activate your skills accordingly. For me, I've rebound 7 and 8. I might rebind 6 eventually, but I haven't done it yet. Honestly, I want to rebind tab back to being tab targeting. Let's see if I can do that. So now we're going to finish out the manted hatchlings control. I want targeting next. I think next, nearest, next, foe next is nearest. C. Apparently it's C for me. I'll keep that in mind. And the target party member by default is unequipped. I might actually start. I'm thinking I'm gonna try equipping some of these. F1 assign. Maybe, wait, no, maybe instead of F1 it'll be, I'll make this control 1. Apparently you can't do both. Dang it. Ooh, sorry about that. At least that'll help for the beginning. Let me see. Oh, maybe that'll help. The reason I'm moving those F keys. Too bad I can't do control click, or else I would definitely do that to try and make my life easier. But it looks like Gilder's one's a little bit too old for that. The melee person. Why did she just run off like I was cut off there? I do find it funny how like I'm all bendy and stuff. It's like, why am I so bendy? This weapon of warring don't give me a life, but it doesn't last very long. Apparently I'm not getting up anymore. I guess I'm supposed to take this one on my own. Attack the spirit, not me. Be convenient meat shield, spirit. Be the meat shield I know you can be. Alright, well, we won't wait for the spirit's cooldown. 30 seconds is a while. We'll just focus on killing what we can. At least now they're helping again, which means that I won't be just, you know, wanting these guys all by my lonesome. We are getting some new weapons. Nothing better than what I currently have. Well, potentially, I mean, this system might actually be useless. There's a chance of that. Oh, and actually, the Stark Tendril Staff is better. This also gives me some energy and has a chance of having the skill recharge spells, which would be very nice in the work on communing. Communing definitely needs it. Yeah, look at the way I do it. It's like, you know, there's more effective ways of doing things than like I guess he's blind, so I mean, it's kind of doesn't make much difference, I guess. This is the same thing except not identifiable. Got some gold! Sector Egg. That was the last of them. Now we can get our reward. We got the Resurrection Signet. We are now level 2. So probably what we're going to do for now is we're going to go for communing. And I guess, like, honestly, I don't really plan on being more damage oriented than healing, at least at this point. So I'm just going to put points. What's spawning power again? Oh yeah, I should have gone spawning power. Communing, no, I kind of confused communing and spawning power there real fast. I did that already, Nick. I just did the attributes. Okay, now I have the ability to resurrect my allies with the Resurrection Signet. But you can only use it once until you get a morale boost. He's telling you how when in the town outpost, you'll be able to raise and lower your attributes freely, so you can experiment with them. However, once you're outside of town and outpost, you are not able to do so. And Mize is saying, hey, I noticed when I increase my attributes, some of my skills get better. And he's like, yep, that is correct. One thing I can't wait for when it comes to playing this Ritualist is when we get... It's going to be pretty far in the campaign before we get access to it. Um, well, I guess I should say until we would normally be able to get access to it. We'll see how Nord I get. But eventually we'll be able to get access to the Kurzik or Luxon skull. I'm going to definitely go in Kurzik because I'm not some kind of Suxon. But I would, we will get the Summon Spirit skill, which will allow us to, when I spawn the spirit, he will just stay there, chained there, until he dies. However, what I can do instead is you can summon the spirits to you with that Kurzik skill, all active ones that you have, which is very nice. Speak to Ludo at the Monastery entrance, and he'll admit you. Good luck. So that was the normal tutorial. Basically, if you guys didn't want to do any of that kind of stuff, then you're more than welcome to, to do something else. You're more than welcome to a Fall Master Togo, and you guys will be able to go on through. I don't know if you get any different experience, but hey, I got some loot out of it, so it wasn't completely useless. Jeez. Sorry. I'm sorry for that, guys. My throat just was like, yeah, it's in the way. Seek out. So I'm Ludo. Welcome to the Monastery, young one. I trust that your time with Instructor Ning was informative. If you cannot learn it here, it may be that it cannot be taught. Instructor Nig is right, Kisai. You did well in the lessons. I'm sure you have nothing to worry about. I do like how these people will actually be henchmen so far. Actually, they're talking over here. So, they're actually having a conversation here where, so here's what it says. After we said Ludo, Kisai said, "Do you really think I'm ready, Instructor Nig?" Of course, Kisai. We would not have accepted you here at the monastery if you did not show great potential. These beginning lessons gave you no trouble at all. Thank you, Instructor. You are kind. Instructor Nook is right, Kisai. You did well in the lessons. I'm sure you have nothing to worry about. Oh, do you think so? Really? You're not just saying that to make me feel better. Remember what Instructor Nook said. You would not have been accepted to Shinjei Monastery if we were only mediocre. What do you think we'll learn first? I hope it is some new spells. Maybe fire spells. Oh, this is so exciting, is it not? Mai then says, I have heard that the new students get divided by their profession, then go to meet with their headmaster first. But I suppose we shall find out shortly. So, we will seek out Headmaster Quinn, who is the Ritualist headmaster. It says, ooh, a new Ritualist. Welcome! You should seek out Headmaster Quinn in the monastery. She and her staff will provide your training. Good luck. And you might be hearing that pinging. Because the game's like, hey, you're supposed to be over here. What are you doing? I'm reading lore. Damn it. Mr. says, Ludo told me you had arrived. Welcome. The spirits tell me that Professor Guy is ready to begin your training in the ritualist arts. It seems that some necromancer or other has left us quite a mess to look after. Not that I'm surprised. You'll find Professor Guy in Sunqua Vale. We'll be getting our secondary profession pretty quick in this one. I don't know what I'm going to be. I'm thinking necromancer, honestly. Maybe I'll go for like a spirit undead hybrid or something. I don't know. Depends on what direction I want to kind of go for my build. I've never really played it. So there are armor merchants here, and I really want to get out of this armor ASAP. So I think I'm going to take some extra stuff and that I have left over and just quickly upgrade myself out of this horrible outfit. I think this is what I have on right now. I don't like the Shinjei raiment. I don't like it at all. Sei Tung looks pretty cool. I might go for the Sei Tung stuff. Let's see. What are you again? You're Canthan. I like the Sei Tung stuff. So what do I need for the Sei Tung stuff? I need 3, 5, only about 7 gold. So I want spawning power, and I guess channeling magic, maybe. I'm not really sure what I should go for yet. We'll keep working on it. So, we'll pick up some side quests eventually, and also just explore Shinjei Island a little bit. Shinjei Monastery a little bit. I said island on accident. So where's a merchant? I need to sell stuff. There you go. Ji Chow. I don't know if I'm pronouncing her name correctly, but oh well. Apparently the starter ritualist one is worth nothing, apparently. That feels bad, man. I want that. I don't have enough money to buy an identification kit, but I do have enough for a salvage kit. I just have to destroy it. I'm gonna take just a little. I'm just gonna take just 100 gold out of it, so that way I can buy a identification kit and a salvage kit. But I won't buy the belt pouch quite yet until I make enough money to actually afford the rest. I just really don't want this outfit. Where is the chest, though? Oh, I know. I need a slightly more gold, though. I need to go back to that merchant. You a merchant? No, you're a collector. Hao Zhang. What do you collect? Kind of curious. He collects. Actually, we had one of these. We could have actually. Oh my god, we had one of those. We sold it. We could have bought an identification kit from him. No, wait, no, it's an Oni talent. Maybe I don't have an Oni talent, actually. I think no, I had a manted pincer. Never mind. But apparently, if you have an Oni talent, you can come here and get a bag or an identification kit. I would say the identification or the bag is worth it if you don't already have an identification kit. Looks like there's already an arena guard here, or an arena here. There's probably nobody there at this point, but we might go there just to explore, see what it looks like. Quartermaster. So what you can get is you can get things called like monastery stuff, and what you can use those to buy monastery credits, and you can use them to buy gear from these guys. Like the identification kit's pretty good. Like, Shinjay Key is probably pretty decent, especially if you're going for hard mode stuff. I guess you don't have anything for me. Maybe you'll have one eventually. Sukaro, I mean no rudeness, but I have no time for idle talk. My prey is on the move, and I need supplies if I'm to stay on the trail. Well, okay then. I know Ning the Tanner should eventually have a quest for us. I remember him having a quest before, so I assume... I guess we're just not far along enough in the story to do it. So I'm gonna have to sell all of this stuff to make enough money to access the chest. So while we're over here, might as well come over here. So there is the Kumiko, the Guild Emblem Urn Registrar. I don't need to worry about that because I already have a guild and I'm perfect at with them. Apparently, this is a tablet of wisdom that details how quests work. That's kind of interesting. I get like a little extra bit of tutorial information, I guess. So I think I need 100 gold, or I'm gonna take 100 and I'm gonna take 200 gold just to be on the safe side, and then just a little bit of, I think it was leather, to get the Sang Tung armor, so that way I can get out of this outfit. Oh yeah, I need to purchase it for 50 gold. Then I can, and I want 200 gold. I don't want too much of a handout from my other characters, but when it comes to fashion, we have to do it. Another tablet of wisdom for missions. Basically, I tell you about missions, where it says, as you adventure in the lands of Kantha and beyond, you encounter specialized missions that are major points in your progression as a hero. Missions are typically more difficult and time-consuming than quests, and they do not have resurrection shrines. Should your entire party die while in a mission, you will fail that mission and be returned to the mission's outpost. There's more there, but the other information doesn't really matter. It's just kind of interesting to read that part. And there's some information here about skills. Every time you are in a town... No, that's fine. Oh, here. This is some very important information right here. Many times, the key to success during your adventures is to adjust your skills and attributes based on the enemies and challenges you are faced with. The skills that work well in one situation will often fail in another. Do not be afraid to experiment. Words to live by in Guild Wars 1. So I want +1 spotting power. I think it's just a nice general thing to get, I think. Yeah, I definitely like this more than what I already have. Let's see. How does it look like if I have it hidden? I'm going to hide it real fast just to see what it looks like. Honestly, it kind of fits with this one. I think I'm going to do a kind of similar situation. I'm going to hide it in town and outposts because, you know, this is where I'm not afraid to show my face. But outside, I need to show it so that way I'm perfectly ready for battle. Oh, Tablet of Wisdom for Overcast. This might be interesting. Some skills cause overcast, which temporarily lowers your max amount of available energy. Each time you cast a spell that causes overcast, you will see a gray bar appear at the end of your energy bar. This bar shows how much your maximum energy has decreased. Continual use of spells that cause overcast can result in losing most, if not all, of your potential energy pool. After a short time, you will see your energy bar begin to recover a point of energy at a time until it returns back to normal. There are no skills which gain bonus effects when you overcast. Careful management of your level of overcast with these skills can improve your effectiveness. Be warned, some foes have skills that make all of your spells cause overcast for a short period of time. I don't think any of our skills have overcast, at least none of the ones that we have. I'm going to move some of my skills around to what I kind of want them to be. Take 9 damage or return my spirit's attack. So this is kind of a combo, like these two should go together. This affects an ally. Okay. So from this merchant, I want to purchase identification kit and a... Oh, I guess that's all I have enough money for. So never mind. That's all I get. Apparently, I reduced this crippling duration on me by 20%. That's not bad for a starting weapon, I would say. Alright, now let's put this stuff back. And we won't take anything else out of the chest for quite a while, I imagine. Until I start putting in money into the chest. Kind of like with the Mesmer, where I start putting money in, so I start taking money out. But at this point, we're not quite ready where we're not really producing anything on this character, so we're not going to take anything from him either. You know, one thing I could do, kind of like what we did with the Mesmer, I could do the bonus thing like this. Oops, bonus. And I could bring the imp here as like a bit of an emergency button, but delete everything else. I don't really need... None of this stuff works necessarily for a Ritualist. These are all for the core classes. Apparently there's other bonuses that I don't have access to, but I don't know how I was supposed to get them, so I don't have them, but my friend of mine does. It looks like there's nothing over here. These are all the headmasters, so there's the warrior one there. What I assume is the monk, I think is the monk one. Mesmer, maybe. Necromancer, probably. Archer, ranger, I guess, because he has a bow. An assassin? Yeah, assassin because she has daggers. And then elementalist. And then, of course, our ritualist headmistress, Quinn. All of the, at least some of these I was going to say all of them, but I think, but at least some of them, like for example, Headmaster Vang, actually become available as henchmen later on in the campaign. So that'll be kind of interesting to see. So none of you guys have quests for me, so I'll just leave. I'll just start getting some stuff done then. Saludo Bagman. No relation? Okay. Are you heading out into Sunqua Vale? Be very careful, young one. The Vale is a dangerous place, especially for a lone student. In fact, I was just helping Lucas, Kisai, Yoon, Mai, Asen, and Taya arrange a group to travel to the Vale together. Maybe you should all go together. Invite at least one of them into your party, and I'll meet you in Sunqua Vale. Once you have arrived with your party, I will tell you more about the area and the dangers you will find there. How does that sound? Sounds great. They'll give me 10 gold and a Monastery credit, which we can use to either buy and get a better weapon, or we can use it to buy something else. So we always want the healer. So Kisai is not a fire Ellie like we're used to, but it looks to be an air Ellie based on the fact that she is a shock henchman. And we can either have the Guardy henchman, which is Lucas, or Mai, the Deadly. I'm gonna go for Mai, not because I don't like Lucas. He's a pretty buff-looking dude. You know, he looks like he can handle himself in the front line. But because Kisai and Mai are friends, so we should definitely have them as a party together. Ignore the fact that all my henchmen are female, okay? It's not because of that reason. It's because Mai and Kisai are friends, and Tai is a healer, so we always have to have her. I might change up to Lucas depending on... Because I'm going to look up the skills for the henchmen at this level and kind of see who might be more useful to me. But for now, I'm going to bring Mai. Luna, I'm pleased to see you out here for my gold games. As I said before, Sunqua Vale can be a dangerous place. In addition to the unusual, blah, 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 blah. In addition to the usual mantids and kappa, you may find yourself facing more organized foes. The Nanga have been sighted in the Vale in increasing numbers lately. I certainly do not need to tell you to be careful around those and snakes, do I? You will also see members of the Crimson Skull around the Vale. They are little more than thugs and cowards, but be wary of them. They are led by a former student of this very monastery. You know, I think this is why Master Togo has been so lenient with them. He hoped his former student would reform his ways. Well, remember to take care of yourself, and always travel with companions. Good luck for my old games. I accept. And now a monastery credit, our first one. Okay, Professor Guy. Shanlai the Tanner. Let's see, greetings for my old games. My name is Shanlai the Tamer. I've traveled the world in search of creatures both common and exotic for the Emperor's Menagerie. You look like the adventure type. Would you like me to take a look at your pet? What do you do with the animals you collect? I'm in the Emperor's service, tasked with searching lands far and wide for animals to add to his great menagerie. The Emperor has quite a soft spot for creatures of earth, air, and sea. I'd like to think it over. So we don't have any pets to give him right now, but that's kind of interesting. I'm kind of curious what happened if I came over with my with one of my characters. And kind of like with the other ambient creatures we've seen in prophecies, the ambient creatures here are not interactable. They kind of just exist. They walk around. You can kind of see sometimes they float a little bit off the ground, but you cannot like talk. You can't even like touch them. They just kind of are there to be a little bit of background. Let's go that mansion. So got some Kappa. We didn't get any quests to kill them, so honestly we don't really need to hunt them down beyond the fact that we should murder them. And you see what happened there? Here's the Ice Spear, but then he got procced by Vengeful Weapon skill, which, oh my, somewhere under attack by something here. Oh, right there, the drone. It's dead already, but what happened there is that he then took 15 damage because he hit me with, so it means I get to steal life, essentially. Professor Guy. Headmaster Quinn believes you are ready for training, does she? Well, the spirits share many things with her that the rest of us cannot conceive. She is fortunate to have such omniscient allies, is she not? Well, we had better commence your indoctrination into the Ritualist arts. That's an interesting way of putting it, Professor Guy. I think Professor Guy also becomes one of our henchmen later on. The onus is again upon the Ritualists to attend to the Necromancer's foul leavings. One of their number has lost control of an agglomeration of minions, which are now loose in the cemetery. I want you to take care of this problem for us. It will prove useful in evaluating your abilities. I shall give you some skills that may prove useful in dealing with this task. Once you feel comfortable with how these skills work, speak with me again to begin your test. Let's see, so we have Brutal Weapon. Give target ally Brutal Weapon for 14 seconds. The bearer's weapon strikes for +6 damage as long as the bearer is under no enchantments. Okay, and then we have... This is interesting. Okay. Whenever a non-spirit ally in range takes damage or lifesteal, it is reduced by 15 and the spirit takes 15 damage. This spirit dies after 34 seconds. At long last, the thriving mind I have awaited has arrived. Most comprehend mortality only to a minuscule degree. You, however, will soon perceive the ecstasy of oblivion, for you will be a great ritualist one day. I expect considerable achievements from you, but not to worry. All who achieve the path of the ritualist are already on the road to eminence. What would you like to learn about? I hope you're ready for my old games. Here they come. Looks like it was just risen. It's dead. Immediately they are spawning right next to me, so it makes my life a lot easier. my thing is timed out, so I'm gonna give it back to her. That way she can do more damage. Change the bonds, that way it dies. Looks like the Union has taken too much damage, he's not dead. He's spawning new straight of pain. He's might my next time out. Easy life. Professor Guy. As I said, this was an excellent test of your ritual skills. Your training is progressing at a most accelerated rate. It gives me considerable pleasure to send you on to your next instructor. His name is Aang the Ephemeral, and he is a cherished friend to many of us at the monastery. Believe me when I say that Aang is not what you are expecting. But if you are hoping to be a great ritualist, you will heed him well. He awaits you in Panjiang Peninsula. I will search him out. We're not too far off from the next town over, so we'll just walk over there before we return to Shinjay Monastery for our monastery credit. And there is where we'll probably end this first episode, because why not? Yeah, we didn't really read over our attributes, but I'll read over with you guys now. So spawning power is the important one. Everything else doesn't really matter. But spawning power. For each rank of the spawning power you have, creatures you create or animate, such as undead minions if you're half necromancer, have 4% more health, and weapon skills you cast, which are, for example, brutal weapon, vengeful weapon, things like that, last 4% longer. Some ritual skills, especially those related to spirit creatures, become more effective with higher spawning power. And basically, communing is more related typically where you're summoning spirits, and that buffs those. Restoration magic is for usually either healing spells are going to be under it, or defensive spells. Channeling is going to be your more specifically attack damage and energy. For example, I don't think we have any. We only have one channeling spell, and that's Hex Bomb, which is actually supposed to kind of buff the damage of our spirit. So it's kind of a spirit spell in itself. Give my weapon. That way she can do a little bit more damage. Right now it's only +7 damage, but hey, 7's better than nothing. And you can tell somebody's under the effects of a weapon spell because they'll have that little sword icon right there. It's signified a little bit differently than otherwise. Some timed out, some back. Commas, basic daggers. Not to be confused with punctuation. Let me actually union. That way, reduce the amount of damage we're taking. As you can see, if it's less than if it's 50 damage or less, then it gets reduced by 50 damage. That means we take 0 damage. So union is very powerful at lower levels, but still pretty helpful in higher levels because any damage reduced is better than 0 damage reduced. Hit for ball right now is 9 damage. Hit for ball is probably something that's going to be in our build for a while. So we might go for like a communing, channeling, spawning power build, potentially. If it's for damage with spirits. Yeah, but now we're here at the Sume village. Beyond here is the Panjiang Peninsula, where we will find our next instructor. But this is where we are going to end the episode here, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys liked the video, press that like button down below. Subscribe to see more of my content. And hopefully you guys are enjoying the hopeful quality upgrade, as now I've used my 2 computer setup is fully operational. This is now the second video that I've recorded with it. First one being an It Takes Two video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. I will see you guys next time. Why you take a while? Let's see. I'm experiencing like one for the first problem here. Let's see. Bye-bye, guys. There we go.